Hello, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'll cover how to get tank gear, or I guess starter tank gear. This will be a little series. I'm going to cover DPS and healer. So for those people that are playing fresh start, or just starting a new character, or just want to switch what they're doing, and want to have a set that's just named gear or decent starter gear, so they don't have to go and spend money. They're going to be starting off with a tank. And this will be for the first part. I'll do the other two in the future. So please do let me know how you guys like this. And do keep in mind, not a lot of people know about all these drops. So it is good to mention them in chat, see if somebody is interested. Because if you have more people to do it with, chances are one of you is going to get something so you don't get demotivated while you're sitting there farming. Because the RNG, at the end of the day, is still random. Alright, so first, getting into tank pieces. Typically this may be a difficult set to put together. There's not really going to be that many gloves to pick from, if at all any, that are really useful. So potentially doing dungeons and or just buying an auction piece, or even using a faction piece or whatever you already have might be ideal. The same goes for boots, though I will give you options for them. Just remember, it's not the best piece, and it's just placeholder. Again, most of these pieces are going to be probably ancient word. That's just unfortunately how it ends up being. So going into the relatively easy to get, we'll start off with the Colossal Stormplate. This is from Colossus of Qubei. Yes, that's how you would pronounce it. You'll also get the weighted greaves from this guy. He's only got about 64,000 HP. He is soloable. He is a little rough. He hits very hard, though his movement and his abilities are slow and predictable. It shouldn't be too hard to learn how to solo him. Both of these pieces will drop with Ancient Word, which is nice. As if you want to start off as tanking, Lazarus is a very easy dungeon to start taking in. And then after you've got those two drops from Colossus, which took us about an hour and a half or so to get both of the pieces. I didn't get the Stormplate, but my friend got like 3 Stormplates and weighted greaves in that hour and a half, which was pretty good. I'll show that obviously on screen. And then we would go to get a shield, Titan Wall. It's not the best shield, but it is a decent starter shield. Doesn't have ward on it, and it's got 48,000 HP. It can hit really hard, but it's pretty soloable. And it also drops an earring. Now this is probably what you want to go for. Probably don't care too much about the shield, because you can just get a tower shield. It doesn't really matter the gear score for your tower shield, actually, so you could, as long as it's got good perks, it's still pretty good. But the Titanic strength is the earring. This is a pretty good one, especially considering you probably don't have a good earring at all. So definitely go for that one. And then those are the 2 drops that you would get from there, and then you would probably move on. Then we have a King of the Jungle. This is from King Juranga. This is a Beast Ward piece. Probably not that helpful, but it is a helmet that you can get. He's only got 34k HP, so it's not that bad. And then going on to the other ones, we'll go to Castrum Crown of the Goat King, Stubbles the Goat King. If you did the story, you know who I'm talking about, and yes, he is a little annoying. He's got a 5-minute, 30-second respawn time. Do keep that in mind. And there is a teleporter that if you've done the story or you've gotten a glyph, you can just teleport up there. This crown is pretty good. It's got Ancient Word on it, and then he also drops some bouldering gloves. These are not great gloves, but they're free. So again, we don't have very many glove options. I would recommend probably trying to get this. Then, of course, you can get the Crown of Sobek from Lord Sobek, which is the alligator, by the way. He's got 41k HP. You can easily solo him. This is an Angry Ward, or Angry Earth Ward helmet, so just keep that in mind. And then if you do want a different pair of gloves that might be a little bit better, Primus Galba drops Blacksmith's Memento. It is Corrupted Ward, and its third perk is really not that great. So you do have that. That wouldn't be too bad. Moving on from that, oh wait, hold on. Before I do that, it also drops Primus Axe, which is not a terrible axe if you guys are looking for something for PvP. Then the next reasonable to get, like not too impossible, though we chose not to get this one, would be the Heavy Burden. I cannot pronounce his name, but I'll try. It's Khelone Khelydorea, I guess. He's 78,000 HP. He's pretty tough. You can sell him, but he is tough. Just keep that in mind. You may not want to pull the Flinger of Acid while you also fight him, because he's pretty tough. This gives you a resilient, refreshing ward PvP piece. It is actually pretty good for probably war and OPR if you like to run a heavy tank kind of build. Then moving on from him, so this would fill your boot slot if you just couldn't find any pair of boots. So you probably just want to buy some, because getting the Heavy Burden has not proved to be easy. Then we go to Amulet. So you can get the Protector's Fortune Charm from Tazorjaw. It's 24,000 HP. It's soloable. It's the only known to drop / easy necklace that I can find. It's not a great amulet, but it does have an Onyx gem, so that will increase your survivability. Also give you a 590 amulet. So then you can just bypass having to maybe get the Infinity Stone. So you can just get this instead. It's not terrible. Again, it's refreshing and divine. It's unfortunately not health. Then you can also go and get the Heart of Heka. Usually people are trying to get this still. It also drops regular pants. I would definitely recommend maybe trying to get a group to do this. People are more than likely to be down to farm this guy. This is a pretty good ring. It'll give you a slash plus leeching. Then we have, if you want an alternate ring instead, you can get the Heart of Hepu from Merciful Hepu. This is soloable. It's got slash plus hardy. It's also got an Onyx gem in it. It's type of Jasper, which Heka has Jasper in it. With both of these rings, you can switch the gem, but again, you know, if you don't have to swap your gem, you're saving some money there. And then we have, finally, a Legate's ring. Obviously, an acid chest. These are things that you would look out for. Bovine boots. It's ancient ward, which would be a good boot to get if you can get from the acid chest. And then the Legate's ring, which is slash keying leeching. Get either of those. That will help fill out your tank set. This would be definitely good. At about 6 hours, most of these items were obtained by my friend. I did, however, get some myself too. The ones that ended up being a real pain was the Goat King, Primus Galba, and Khelone Khelydorea. Goat King's helmet is definitely worth the while, but it does have a 5-minute, 30-second respawn. As Primus and Khelone, ones give a PvP piece, and the other is a second-rate Corrupted Ward Glove. The Primus Axe does give Primus a bit more value, though. You can fill any of these slots with auction house items if need be, and probably go start doing Lazarus or Genesis runs off the bat. Overall, there's a lack of gloves and shoes, as I said, and some of these items were never updated in the named item update. At least this was made in November 2022. It's likely more will be added and or fixed soon. Other than that, I hope that this helped. If you guys have any questions, feel free to add them. And if I missed anything, please do add it, because it'll definitely help players trying to build a set that either don't want to spend money, don't have the money, or just starting.